Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can see, it's going to be a little interesting. I am finishing up my last week at work, and I was in the process of doing a vlog just because I did one my first week at the job. I was going to do a vlog my last week at the job, but I think what I just want to do is just talk about why I'm leaving. I think I'm going to scrap that whole idea and then just talk to you guys about why I'm leaving my job. Okay, I got to turn my air on first because yeah, it's hot. So yeah, sorry if you hear that, but it's hot. So okay, so as everybody know, I'm pregnant or whatever, and I'm leaving. The main reason I'm leaving my job is because, you know, I am 7 months now, I think. Y'all know I don't be knowing the months, but I'm around about 7 months. I'm getting close to the end, and at this point I'm just really ready to just focus on my baby and preparing for her to come into this world and all of that stuff. And I just really want to just be able to relax and just enjoy this last little bit of me time that I'm gonna have. And yeah, so that's the main reason why I'm leaving. But there's also other reasons why I'm leaving, because honestly I probably could have worked through the whole month of the whole month of June, but I opted to leave at the beginning of June. I really wanted to leave earlier than that because of other reasons I'm going to talk about in a second, but it just made more sense financially to wait it out and just, you know, stack my money up a little bit longer. So that's what I decided to do. So on to the juicy stuff, right? So one of the reasons I accepted this job was that my schedule was supposed to be Monday through Friday and off on weekends. That is literally the only reason why I accepted this job, other than the pay, because I've worked in retail before, 5 years, as I've mentioned before, and I miss out on a lot of things working in retail like that. And I told myself that I wasn't going to do that anymore, that I wanted to have the flexibility to be able to go spend time with my loved ones and all that stuff whenever I wanted to do it, as far as like the weekend goes. Like, cause sometimes some stuff is not planned ahead of time, some stuff is last minute, you know. So I wanted to have that flexibility to be able to just go, you know, if I had the money, of course. So that changed. They ended up changing the schedule format for my position at that store, and no, I was not happy about it. It was not, you know, it wasn't what I signed up for. So that was one thing. It's like, okay, so I'm rolling with the punches, you know, whatever, gotta make it through these couple months. So another thing that happened at the job was the young lady that was, I was a visual merchandising manager, I can say that, and the other girl is a visual manager. So her and our store manager like bumped heads, like major. And going into this, I already knew that they kind of had their own thing going on, but at the same time, you know, I'm here to get a check. I'm not here to, you know, make friends. I'm about my coin, okay? So, you know, I just really tried, you know, I really stayed out of whatever they had going on. But the thing is that their stuff trickled into what we had to do as a visual team. And I feel like the store manager did not go about things the right way. I felt like a lot of things could have been avoided had she approached it differently. Not saying that the other young lady was just not at fault all the time or anything like that. I'm just saying that just observing between them two, from what I could see, I felt like she could have approached things a lot differently. But yeah, like I said, they had their own thing going on, and it wasn't until maybe like a month or two ago where me and her started to have some friction. So it would be situations where she would change my schedule and not tell me, and I would get upset about it. It was a situation in particular, I got upset and I was voicing my frustrations to the visual manager, who is one of my superiors. So I was voicing that to her, and one of the associates relayed the message that I was upset, and she called the store, and she wasn't working, but she called the store, and that just really set me off, because it's like, you know, don't call me at the store about some stuff that, hold on, I bet he's looking at me like, what am I doing? They like, my neighbors are walking their dog and everything, like, what is she doing? She's talking to herself. Yeah, but what's I saying? But yeah, but it's like, don't call me about something that you heard from another associate. Talk to me, because I had to keep telling her, I will talk to you when you're working and I'm working and you're on the clock. We can discuss it then, because this was a change that happened maybe like, that was happening 2 weeks from now. So I was going to give her time to rectify it. But given that I didn't have time to come to her myself, I had to come to her and talk to her. Well, we had to kind of talk about it then, and then I came back later on and I emailed her, and she said nothing and did nothing about it. So she ended up calling me back to the office one Friday. It was the Friday for my birthday weekend, and she had one of the other managers and an associate back there, 2 associates, and she's like basically telling me she's not going to change my schedule. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to work that. I'm going to work my original one. And I guess she got upset about that, because she stormed out. Like, well, she stormed out the office after I left the office, because I just feel like, I don't like when people use their power to take advantage of you, or like to be able to do little petty stuff, you know what I'm saying, because they're the store manager or whatever. Like, I feel like that's not okay. And I'm going to always stand up for myself, no matter who it is. Like, the same energy I'm gonna have with you, the same energy I'm gonna have with the district manager, the regional manager, whoever else. Like, I know how to talk to people. I can talk to you in a respectful manner, but I'm gonna get my point across, and I'm gonna let you know I don't appreciate my schedule being changed and me not being notified. Like, that's not okay. I'm a grown woman. Like, I'm not grown for play. Like, I'm not 18. I'm not a teeny bopper in this store. I'm a grown woman with grown bills. Like, I have a grown life. Like, you're not gonna change my stuff, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, and grow with it. Nah, shawty, it don't work like that. No, especially not when I signed on for Monday through Friday and off on the weekends. You know, I just felt like the manager did not respect me or the other man, or some of the other managers, honestly, as managers. Like, she treated us like sales associates. I'm like, how I can come to you, like, even after all of that, I came to her and I was like, look, you know, I feel some type of way about my schedule being changed, and I get X, Y, and Z, and blah, blah, blah. And we was kind of able to come to a resolution for the most part. But the fact that I had to come back to you, that's a problem. Like, this is your store. You know what I'm saying? You should have been coming to me. Actually, you should have came to me from the day I had to make these changes. You know, I know originally your schedule was this, and this, but it has to be changed like this. You know, well, maybe we can do, you know, just come and talk to me. Like, I'm not an unreasonable person. So it was just like little stuff like that. Like, it's way more, but that's just like one of the instances that I had personally with her that just made me feel like, you know what? I ain't got time to be getting upset like this at work. Like, I'm over it. I'm like, I need to get out of here as soon as possible, because I'm about to lose my shit, basically. And I don't need to be like that up in here. Like, I hadn't got that upset in like almost 2 years. Like, being brought to that point, and I was like, you know what? It's time to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out all my social media networks down in the blah blah, if I can talk, down in the description box below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.